Hi, Steve at Well Professor, your professional guide into the cutting edge world of health technology. Now today I'm going to bring you one of our stress products. These are the Touchpoints. Now Touchpoints use a technology called BLAST technology, which stands for Bilateral Alternating Stimulation Tactile Technology. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, I've got to say, but it's very, very effective in what it does from a stress point of view. Now, these are the brainchild of a neuropsychologist called Dr. Amy Serin. Now, she's been working in this field for many, many years and researching stress and management of it and so on and so forth for a very, very long time. And she started to realise that one of the key components of treatments of things such as PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder could be used as a standalone product. And this was the birthpoint of the Touchpoints. Now, what the Touchpoints do is they create a sort of vibratory stimulus on either side of our body. So you have to have them on alternate sides of the body. So either on either wrist, either ankles, you can put them in your pockets. There's little clips that you can get that you can sort of clip onto the side of your waist as well. Or there's even these little sort of sweatbands that you can literally place these little units into as well. And as long as it's on either side of the body, that's all that counts. Now, as they create that sort of vibratory stimulus on alternating sides of the body, what they're doing is creating a stimulus on either side of our brain. Now, with stress, anxiety, and things like that, there's a certain area of the brain called the salience network that can actually start becoming hypersensitive and can really drive a lot of sort of anxiety, fear, and stress. So, having this sort of alternating stimulus, what it does is it allows the sort of the different sides of the brain to actually start communicating a little bit easier with each other or more effectively with each other, and it disrupts this hypersensitivity that occurs in this network. And in effect, what it does is it calms our body down, and we de-stress, we feel less anxious, and a bit more focused, and so on and so forth. And this is how the Touchpoints work. Now, there's a lot more information about the exact process of how this works by Dr. David Broom. He's written a report, and it's in our lab report, and that will be there's a link for that just in the description below. So if you want to have a little bit more information and sort of dig deeper into how these work, do go click on Dr. David Broom's report below. So as I said, there's a lot of research behind how the Touchpoints work. Now, there's some research out there that suggests that patients or sort of subjects of this research had up to a 70% reduction in stress within 30 seconds of using the Touchpoints, which is an incredibly impressive result. There was another really small study that was done that suggested that kids with learning difficulties also had sort of less disruptive behaviour when they're using Touchpoints as well. As I said, they're starting to get a bit of research into how it can improve sleep as well, and there's some very, very sort of interesting developments in the use of Touchpoints with children with, say, autism or on the autistic spectrum, ADHD and children, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot more sort of very, very interesting sort of research and so on and so forth going on in and around around these areas as well with the use of the Touchpoints. So yeah, as always, there's loads more information on our website at wellprofessor.com. Do go visit it. Also, do follow us on our social media sites as well. At Instagram, we're at well.prof. On Facebook, we're under Well Professor. And if you like what you've seen and you want to keep up to date with sort of the latest health technology and research, do click on the subscribe button below. Thanks very much for listening. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.